Namaste, Jai Bharat. Sometimes it appears that this America is irredeemable at many points in geopolitics. Recently, 120 American soldiers, maybe Marines, have landed in Chattogram of Bangladesh. Bengal is divided right in 1905 with the British in Hindu Muslim line. It was in 1905. British divided Bengal as Hindu Bengal and Muslim Bengal without saying that this is Muslim Bengal. So at Chittagong, they have landed 120 soldiers from America and checked it. That's very recent, maybe yesterday, day before yesterday, something like that. But on 30th of August, if I'm right, one of some name, I don't want to take names of people, one of an American commander involved in some kind of operation was found dead in his hotel room with no records whatsoever. Like these 120 soldiers also have no records of checking in and reaching. This person was found dead. And of course, the Bangladesh government informs US, and immediately American embassy says, do not enter the room, seal it. He was found dead naked. And his room is sealed, and America did not allow any of Bangladeshis to go in. This man was on some kind of mission which is unknown to us. And this man had not gone to Bangladesh for the first time. This man had gone to Bangladesh several times and traveled to different points in Bangladesh. What was his intention? What was his mission is left for people's imagination. Until things are very clear, I don't want to speculate in this case. And if you look at the history of Bangladesh recently, America suddenly brings a puppet out of the blue and makes him sit as the authority in Bangladesh. And in that context, there was a students' upsurge out of the blue. As it happened in many parts in Bharat, they tried it with Bharat initially. Students' upsurge here, Rohit Vemula, Hyderabad University. The farmers' upsurge, then many other such things. They tried. Whosoever has tried, they tried in Bharat and did not succeed. For reasons which they don't understand. We know. And then suddenly Sheikh Hasina has to flee. She reached Bharat and she is here. And this puppet started ruling. Gradually, in time, the army gets polarized into a small fraction who support the fundamentalistic Islamists, the fundamentalist Islamic group, the Jamaat Islami, who are actually radicals. A fraction supports them, but as I understand, the majority of Bangladeshi army are for comfortable living, better living. So they are not in support of the Jamaat. Yunus, who is the puppet, who is in charge of Bangladesh as advisor, that's what that's the kind of terminology is given to him as advisor. And he is yet to find out who is advising. There's no one in Bangladesh to be advised. And Sheikh Hasina is still officially Prime Minister, who had not resigned her job. She just fled. And the army had given ultimatum to Muhammad Yunus to hold elections by December. And Yunus wanted the election to be postponed to the next year. 2027, which the army doesn't agree. So these 120 soldiers came to Bangladesh in pretext that they are going to do some exercise with the Bangladesh army, and the intended area is something which is very close to Bharat border. That's point one. Point two, Muhammad Yunus's existence is threatened if the elections are held by December. Whosoever wins, Yunus has to either flee or they will jail him. Second point. Third point, Bharat has sent 120 soldiers to Myanmar because we have a port there. We construct it. Whatever is the reason, 120 soldiers are sent there. China has a port there, Myanmar. And the junta army is by and large under the influence or controlled by China. China already has some 3,000 plus soldiers stationed in Myanmar. The US wants to play. Now, one thing I'll add in between, wherever the US had entered, let it be Syria, let it be Iraq, let it be Afghanistan, let it be any part, now Pakistan, they have only impoverished that society, nation I'm not telling, society, where the people were destroyed. Their comfortable life had been completely destroyed. Wherever the US had gone, America had gone, you look at the history of happenings, you will understand. Same thing might happen in Bangladesh, and the army is not happy with that. The Bangladesh army is not happy with the American soldiers walking into Bangladesh. And there are some radicals who want to destabilize the northeastern part of Bharat by sending radical Islams of Rohingyan background, of Bangladeshi background, of all kinds of background to Bharat, with the impression that they would separate this portion from Bharat. That's what they hope for. And this is supported by there's a gang, evangelization gang, who wants a Christian area there. It has its own reason, getting support from outside. All these things are there. Now these two would not see eye to eye, that's a different story. And China would not like this. Bharat do not like this. The US interference in Bangladesh. And because of America and the policies of Trump, Bharat, China and Russia have some kind of understanding, at least for the time being, of not to quarrel one another. And this understanding, if it gets extended, there's another point. All three of these nations are members in BRICS. And BRICS is a challenge to both American domination, hegemony, and dollar domination. So America, they themselves are forcing others to destroy America. That's what is happening. So this is not something light. Nothing may come out of it immediately, but this will be viewed seriously because others are moving. They become cautious. And the old story of American domination of America says and people here is not existing anymore. The African nations had enough of America and enough of evangelization in reality, though most of them had got into Christianity. They say something real. With that I would conclude. When initially Europeans came to Africa, Americans also, we had the land and they had the book. The book is Bible. And when they left us, we had the books and they had the land. Nothing need to be spoken anymore. We shall meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Siya Ram.